Hey guys, welcome to the channel. So today I want to talk about Tesla pricing, specifically if you're looking at a used Tesla versus a new Tesla. Just some information. I was talking with a buddy of mine about how new Teslas have gone down in price, specifically over the last probably 3 or 4 weeks. Right now, if you go to the Tesla website and you look for existing inventory vehicles, Model 3 and Y are almost $4,000, $2,000 to $4,000 off a new one, and all of the Model 3s, all the Model Ys qualify for the U.S. federal tax credit of $7,500 tax credit. And I was talking to a buddy of mine, and we were talking about how most people don't know that there's a tax credit available. It makes no sense to buy a Model Y for like $45,000, a used Model Y for $45,000, a long range, for example, when you can get a brand new one for $47,000, and you get $7,500 back on a tax credit on your taxes the following year. That's a huge benefit, and not a lot of people are aware of that. So I want to pass along just some basic information. Guys, if you're in the market for a used or a new Tesla right now, new is definitely the way to go. A lot of people bought a Tesla back in 2020, 21, 22 when prices were like skyrocketing in price. So a lot of people are selling those cars. They're hoping to get maximum value out of those. And Tesla really has watered down the value of these cars on the resale value because the new ones are such a good deal. Now, the tax credit only applies if you have incomes within certain ranges, so we'll go through that on the website. But if you're in that range, if you're in the income range and you qualify for the U.S. federal tax credit and you have at least $7,500 owed in taxes, it makes all the sense in the world to buy a new one instead of a used one right now. That was one of the reasons why I bought this car. This is my 2023 Model Y. I bought this the end of October. I bought it for two reasons. One is to transfer my free supercharging from my Model S to this one. So this car now has free supercharging for the life of the car, which is awesome. But also, I wanted to get a tax. I'm self-employed, and so I always have a large tax bill in April. And so if I thought, well, if I can get $7,500 back because I buy this car, that would be awesome. So that was one of my tax strategies for next year, is to get the money off because of the tax credits available. Some of the Model 3s are not going to be eligible for the full $7,500 next year. Model Ys are expected to still qualify for that. If you're in the market for Model 3 right now, you can get a Model 3 for less than $30,000. You can get one for like $35,000 plus $7,500 off. So there's some great deals. Let's jump on the Tesla website. I want to walk you through a couple examples of this. Now, this is today's December 8th. A lot of times these discounts, Tesla wants to move these by the end of the quarter. But a lot of these discounts will start going away once we get into like the 15th or the 20th of the month. They figure at that point ordering a new car or a lot of the existing inventory is going to get bought up. This is what happened this last quarter, like middle of September. The first part of September was really good in incentives and discounts. And then towards the end of September, the discounts kind of went away. Ways to look at existing inventory, because right now it really just makes sense to buy a new car. Used ones are priced almost the same prices as the new ones, but you get a federal tax credit. Let me show you on the eligibility here. If you're married or file a joint tax return, you make under $300,000, adjusted gross income, you qualify. Singles, $150,000. So if you're within that, if you fall under those income limits, it makes sense to buy a new one because you get $7,500 tax credit. It's not a refund. It's not like a tax deduction, it's a full credit. Now, your tax liability has to be at least $7,500 or more to realize the full $7,500. So, for example, let's say you make $36,000 or $40,000, right? And you don't pay $7,500 in taxes. Well, you won't get the full $7,500. Where this is going to be helpful is for someone that's going to realize or incur a tax bill of at least $7,500. With this credit, you'll get all that back. Now, if you go into at the top here, if we go to vehicles, and then we go over to inventory. This is going to show us existing inventory. There's some good discounts, $2,000 to $4,000 off of new Teslas. The Model 3s are very highly discounted. Just we go over here to Model 3. So here's you can look existing inventory. I go under all deliverable. Let's see which ones are deliverable here. So let's just look at Model 3s here. If you're looking for just the cheapest Model 3 available, for example, within my zip code area, all deliverable, $35,990. Okay, normally it's $38,990, so it's over $3,000, just over $3,000. Yeah, over $3,000 off on this thing, and you get a $7,500 tax credit off of that. Guys, that puts that in the high 20s for this car. I mean, you'll probably, after taxes and fees and everything, you'll probably be paying around $30,000 for this car, which there's cars that are used that are priced a lot higher than that. And this one doesn't have any options. This is just the standard color, no other options, which that's a great car. That's a great deal right there. I've never seen the Model 3 this cheap. This year, this is the cheapest price it's been all year. And it's ready to be delivered because you can take delivery at the end of, as long as you do it by the end of the year, you get the tax credit for 2023. Next year, it's likely that the tax credit for Model 3 rear-wheel drive and long range is going to go away or be cut in half. So the Model Y rear-wheel drive, which gets 260 miles of range, 0 to 60 in 6.6 miles an hour here, they have this one discounted by just over $2,000. I want to look at the one I just bought. I just bought one back in October, end of October. It was the long range and 7-seat. So you can go down here on the left-hand side and you can choose what options you want. So a long range 7-seat for $47,890. That's almost $3,600 off the price. Guys, that is a fantastic deal. For Model Y Performance, the Performance, you're going to get a faster acceleration. It already comes with the 21-inch wheels. It has a few other upgrades. That's a heck of a deal, guys. $48,820 for that car. And it qualifies for the tax credit. These discounts, so you're looking at almost a $2,000 to $4,000 discount on existing inventory models. Guys, as you can see, now is a great time to buy a new car, time to buy a new Tesla. Probably makes more sense to buy a new one than it does used one. Used ones just seem like they're overpriced. Now, if the tax credit doesn't apply to you, then it really doesn't matter. Then buying a used one may make sense as well, but at least know about the tax credit. If you know other people shopping for a Tesla, let them know that there's a tax credit available, because a lot of people don't know about this and they're missing out on a lot of savings and they're buying a used one when they could buy a new one for less money. Anyways, guys, thanks for watching the video. Leave your comments down below. Hit that thumbs up button. Subscribe to the channel. We'll see you in the next one. Thanks.